Hello guys, welcome back. So in today's video we are going to discuss about web scraping, an amazing topic. We will discuss what web scraping is, what is the use of web scraping in real world, and we will see a live example of doing web scraping. So guys, let's start. Web scraping is basically fetching data from web pages. Okay, so suppose you went to some website, you see some content on that website, and you need that content. So one way is you can simply copy that data and paste in your some file, Excel file, or somewhere in Notepad. But suppose think of a situation where you have lot of web pages. You want data from some different web pages and collecting all data for whatever purpose, for analysis purpose, for your personal purpose, uh, whatever purpose. So at that point you can go to web scraping. I will tell you one example where I have used web scraping. 2 years back I have developed one website that is fully static website which is having more than 600 pages. So later on I need to convert that to dynamic, so it is really very hectic task for me to went to each of my page and then copy that content and then put into some Excel and then put into database. So it is so lengthy process. So what I have done, I have used the approach of web scraping. I have just created one script. Okay, so that script fetch all data from 600 files and converted that to Excel, and then I have dumped that Excel into my DB. So what the 7 days work that if I have done manually by copying data from web pages, that whole is done in less than 1 hour. So you can understand the concept that how much important that web scraping is. It reduces your efforts. Okay, so this is all about web scraping. Like, I hope you understand that if suppose you want some data from any web page, you can just go for web scraping. It reduces your manual efforts. So we will now look into its real example, how you can approach web scraping, how you can create scripts for web scraping, and we will see live demo. Okay, so guys, let's see how we can implement that. Suppose for web scraping purpose, we will use Python for web scraping. It is their packages are awesome, so it reduces our efforts a lot. Okay, so here we will use one package, BS4, and request package. Two packages we are using. Pandas we are using. I will tell you why I am using pandas. Okay, so we have two packages, BS4 and requests. Request packages used to fetch data from a web page and bring it to a Python object file. Okay, so all data that is available on web page, that is fetched from this using that package request. We will be fetching all the data to our local system or whatever system we are using, and that will convert into a Python object file. Okay, so for that you need to install these two packages for web scraping. Okay, so I hope you all guys are already having Python installed on your system. So to install these two packages, that is BS4 and request. Okay, so you just need to install on your system using pip install BS4. I have already installed BS4. That's why it is showing already installed. So you for installing request, you can use requests. Okay, pip install request. Okay, so this is how you can install these two packages. Okay, so now after installing these packages, okay, so after installing these two packages, you can move forward. So now I will tell you one case scenario. Suppose you are looking for a job. Okay, so daily you visit various websites like monster.com and various naukri.com and various other websites. What web scraping helps you is just go to various portals, just create one single script. Okay, using that scripts, whenever you execute that script, all data is fetched into some Excel file. Okay, so you don't need to go on various websites. Okay, just create one script and execute that, all data will be copied to your Excel file. So you daily you don't need to go for Monster, Indiabix, whatever websites for job searches. Okay, so suppose we want to fetch data from monster.com. Okay, so suppose I want to search for a job of software engineer. So I will put it here software engineer and location will be USA. Okay, so I have selected, I have searched. So it will list all the available jobs in US. Okay, so I need to fetch this data. Okay, I want that whatever be the title, whatever company name, whatever position, and what and the application link. I want that all data in my Excel. Okay, so I don't want to come here on daily and want to check that each and every concept. So this, so here it is our link on which our data is. Okay, so this is link, and this page contain our data which I need. Okay, so I will copy that data, that link. Okay, so I will put that link here in URL. Okay, so URL a variable in Python. Okay, so this URL data I want to fetch. Now what I will do, I will use request package that I have earlier mentioned, that I will use request package to get data from this URL, that is monster.com, and the whole URL. Okay, so what request.get will do is it will fetch all the data from that websites and store it into page. Okay, page variable I have used, so it will bring all the data, it will convert that into Python object file and will store on my local system. Then come one other package, PS4. Okay, it has one beautiful soap functionality. Okay, so using that functionality we are converting that whole data, that is pure HTML data. Request.get will bring pure HTML data like all tags. Okay, all tags and all text, whole HTML data. Like suppose you see this page source code, when you press Ctrl E on this page, you will be able to see whole source code of this page. So all this code is copied, okay, to our Python object file. This whole source code is copied. Okay, so that is stored in page variable. Now we are, what we are doing is beautiful. So is, as name simply says, that it is parsing that data properly, like it is elements, tags, and all arrangement will be done properly, so it will be easy to parse that data. So beautiful soap will parse that data in a proper format. Okay, so now all data is stored in the soap variable. Okay, so now what we will do, I will tell you just basic some concepts of web scraping. Suppose you want the title of this page, that is, if you can see is source code, you can see there are various tags in this. Okay, suppose I want the data from title. Okay, title tag, whatever data is under title tag, for that purpose I can use this. Okay, I will uncomment that and will comment all other part. Okay, so here you can see I have already fetched all data into my Python object file. I have parsed that data, so all my data is currently in soap, right? So a variable, okay, that is holding my all data. So what I will do, I will just apply dot find function and I will search for title tag. This is the way in which we use Python to fetch the elements and tags from the HTML code. So it will search for title tag, okay, in our source code, like whatever is stored in our soap. Okay, so it will find that title tag, it will store that into K, and then we are going to print that. Why I have used text? Because K will contain the data with text. Okay, so I will tell you this with an example. Okay, suppose I have removed the text. Okay, I will print this both things. Okay, so that my file is located in web scraping folder. Okay, so I will copy the whole path because I need to execute that script. I will go to my command line, I will move to the directory where my web scraping file is there, in which we are going to execute, and we will see the title tag how actually it occurs. Okay, so we are going to enter that web scraping.py, we are executing that. we execute normally Python file by using Python and then. So you can see that first line is title, the whole tag is there. So when we used without text, the whole tag will be shown. Okay, title, then data, then tag. So inside title, whatever there with title tag, all data will be shown. If in between some div or some elements are there, that is also shown. So in second line, we what we have done, we have just dot text we use. So only text part will be shown. No tags will be shown, no elements will be shown, only text part is shown. So you can see in second line we have used software engineering jobs in USA. Okay, so only text part is shown. This I'm just explaining from basics. Okay, so this is how actually it works. Okay, so now we'll comment this and suppose now second scenario I will explain you that suppose from the source code. Okay, so you can check this is a source code, whole source code. So for using web scraping, you should actually have a basic understanding of HTML at least. So if you have understanding, then you can easily implement it. Suppose now I want data from a div which are containing class menu wrap. Okay, this is my condition. Okay, suppose this is my whole source code. In that source code, somewhere is div element which is having class menu wrap. So I want that data. Okay, this is menu wrap class. Okay, suppose I want whatever data is under this div, I want that data. So what I will do, I will specify I will specify div tag. Okay, find div tag. Okay, so whatever is in our soap file, it will search for div tag. Now I will specify the attributes. What attribute I will specify that there is a class named menu wrap. Okay, inside div there is a class named menu wrap. That div class data I need. Okay, means div tag class is menu wrap. So I can see that here it is div tag with class menu wrap. So whatever data is under this div, okay, I need that data. So what I have done is I have uncomment. That is my script. Okay, that contain all my data. I have find for div tag with attribute this and have printed it in k.text. Okay, so when I execute that, you will see that data. Okay, so this all data is under that. That is sign in, find jobs, browse jobs, advanced search, upload resume. That is, I think, menu bar data is there. Yeah, whole menu bar data is there. In this way, you can fetch data. Whatever data you need, you can fetch in this way. Okay, so next part comes is now we will go with our motive that I am going to explain you in this video. I will just extract all my data, job search data into an Excel file. Okay. So for that purpose, you can see in this, there all data is there, like whatever position, company, link, all data is there. Now I want that all fetched data to be converted to my Excel file. So what I will do, I will click inspect on that. Okay. So firstly, I need all this data. So I will select all this uh, div tag. Okay, so here I can see that whole source code is there. So I just need data from this div. Okay, so I will uncomment this and I will explain you line by line what we are doing. Okay, so what I am doing is if you can see there is a div result container with an id result container. Okay, this is a div. If you can see, this is a div which convert carry all data. Okay, so when I just click expand it, I will see div is a tag which has id result container. Okay, and that contain whole our data, that is section in sections, various sections, that data is there. Suppose I am fetching title. Okay, location, job description. Okay, means we are fetching that title. Okay, company name, location, and the application name we are fetching. Okay, So this all data is under that section class. If you can see that summary, in summary we have company name, that is Prospect Infosys Incorporation. Location, we have that this is the location of that company. Okay, and various other parameters are there when it is posted. Okay, it's apply link part is various other parts is there. Okay, and link part you can also check at the above, link part is there. Okay, so this is all about data. So you just need to explore with an HTML. You must have that understanding of div tag elements, all HTML related content, how you use classes. Okay, so web scraping you need to know all these things. Okay, so here we can see that all this data is under this div. Okay, result container. So what I have done is I have find ID with the result container. You can directly also fetch that ID. So we will fetch all the data under this ID. Okay, result container ID we are fetching means this whole data will be fetched. Okay, after that, after that fetching that data, we are, as you have seen that all data is under sections. Okay, so various sections are there which are having that data. Okay, so when you click that you can see that part is selected. Okay, uh, which contain our data. Okay, so under that section having class card content, you can see that section, all sections having classes card content. Okay, so we are fetching data from this class. Now I have one more thing. Find all. Find all will fetch all the sections. If you use find, then only one section, the first section will be fetched. And if you use find all, then whatever sections are there, like if 100 sections are there, all data will be fetched and stored as a list. Okay, so here we use find all. So all data is stored in list form in individual job data. Okay, so now we are just iterating over that list and finding that data. So as you can see that if I will tell you like here section, like okay, so here is section. Okay, here the screen is small, so it will be difficult for understanding. Okay, so here you can check that we are fetching data from section class having card content, right? Okay, so under that we have a title tag which contains the whole data. Okay, so I will go section class card content, right? So here you can see that in a summary tag we are having a link. Okay, here is the link where you can apply, directly go and apply for the job, right? So here is the link in the title class. Okay, so here you can see that we have a div with a class name company. So if what things we are fetching, we are fetching title, company name, location, and the link, application link. Four things we are fetching right now. Okay, okay, so you can see title tag we are fetching. Where is title? Title is under h2 tag, right? You can see that title is under, this is title, signal software engineer, right? That is under h2 tag with a class name title. So what we have done is we have set the tag h2. Okay, class is title, so it will fetch the data title. Okay, data into title data. So in title data, if you will see all the data for an individual section, suppose this is one section. Okay, you can see this is one section, this is other section. So whatever data is under that section under h2 tag with a class name title, okay, that data will be stored in the title data. Okay, variable, a variable which is holding a data. So we are iterating over each and every section. That loop is iterating over fetching each section, and under each section we have this tag h2 tag with a title name. So that title name will be stored in the title data. Okay, next part is after the title we are fetching company name. Okay, so div, which is having class name as company is holding that company name, right? So what we have done is div tag, specify div tag, okay, class is company, okay, so that will fetch the company data. And similarly we have fetched the location data. You can see that here is location class and this location name, okay. So div tag containing class location, that data will be we are fetching, right? So we have fetched title, company and location, three parts, right? After that we are checking is there any data is empty, because exceptional, it is like handling data. Suppose some data we are fetching, sometime happen that in a web page some data is not properly aligned. So for our safety purpose, like we don't get any error while executing the script, we are using that. If anything is none, we are skipping that record, okay. Suppose some record has only title name, company name, no location data, so we are skipping that, okay. Using continue means that whole execution is not executed, it will go back to the loop, the next next part, okay, next section it will fetch. So we are just check if none, all data we are fetching, title data, company data, none is none, means none of the data is none, then we are going forward, okay. So then also we are fetching application link. If you see that application link is under h2 tag, okay, that is href job opening monster.com signal software engineer. So you can see this is the link where we need to apply. You can also check this link by opening in a new browser. So you can see this is a page where you directly need to apply. Okay. So it comes under h2 tag in title. We have already fetched data from h2 tag, okay, in title tag. So now what we will do, we will find an anchor tag which is having href data. So here we will do h2 tag having href link, okay, anchor link which is having href, okay. So that data will be fetched. So that is link will be fetched in this application link variable. Title tag, title data we have already fetched h2 class data, that is having title class, h2 tag having class title data and title data. Then we are finding that link, okay, is anchor tag which contain link, and what link we are need, href indicates that link, okay. So under href we are having that link, so we are fetching that link into a application link, okay. So we have fetched all data. Now what we are doing, we will look at that, okay. So we are commenting right now, okay, this whole data is just to transfer that data whatever we get into an excel file. So I am csv file, so I am commenting it right now. We will just look at the screen how that data comes, okay. So what we have done, title data dot text, have I already explained that text will remove all the tags and elements, it will show you the pure data, okay. uh, and strip will be used to ignore, like remove the unnecessary spaces, okay, trailing or leading spaces, okay. As you all are aware that in html that whenever inside after that tags we use some use uneven spaces and all that, so we need a correct data without any spaces, okay, without any initial leading or trailing spaces. So we are using strip function that will remove all that spaces, okay. So we are fetching all our data and we are printing that. So let's guys see that how our data is coming, okay. So I am executing that script, okay. So here is our data, that is all data is there, okay, all section data is there. You can see that we have a software engineer title, company name, okay, and application link, all things are there in our data. So I hope you understand that what actually web scraping is, what is its use, okay. So now what we will do, we will just transfer that data to an excel file. This is a simple case where we are fetching data only from one website. Suppose you are searching for a job and you daily visits 5 to 10 websites and you search their all data. So I will recommend, just if you have a knowledge of programming, just do something creative. So to reduce your work, so you can create scripts like that, okay. So for whatever links, like suppose 10 links are there, just go with the 10 links for create that scripts, a single script, and fetch all data and store into an Excel file. So you now need to execute that scripts only, that web scraping script only. Okay. So you don't need to go on various sites and typing in searches and all that. Just fetch that link, store that data in Excel. So now you, whenever you will execute that script, all data will be coming to an Excel or CSV. You just need to open that CSV and check which data is there. So now for that purpose, like moving all this data to an CSV file, what we have done is we have used pandas data frame. If you are aware with this, then it will be easy, but you can easily understand it. This is also one Python package which we are using. In this, we are fetching: title, company, location, and link. Four things we need to import to our CSV file. Okay, so we are initially declaring this for list. Okay, so then at the end, what we are doing is we are just inserting data into that lists. Okay, title dot append, company dot append, location dot append, link dot append. This four we have used is our list we have declared. Okay, so this four list, all data, individual data is now appended to that list. Now at the end, whenever all data is fetched into a list, what we are doing is we are using pandas library. Okay, so it has a one functionality, data frame, which store data. Okay, so data frame, we are using that data frame. We are having four: title, okay, company, location, and link. And then here is the list name. Okay, so title is the list which contain all the titles. Company is the list which contain all the company names. Okay, corresponding company names, location, and link. Link is, if you will see that CSV and you find some title, company, and location preferable for your job, so you just copy that link and go to browser. So you will be able to directly land into the link apply page. So you don't need to go here and there. Okay, so that's the purpose. For that purpose we are storing link also. And now df to CSV, this is one functionality. Okay, so df is our data frame which store all the data, and we are converting that to a CSV. We are naming that as job opening CSV. Okay, index false and coding, this is just parameter. Okay, so we are converting, we are fetching all data, storing that in a list, then converting to a data frame, and then we are uh, storing that data into a CSV. Okay, job opening dot CSV, that is file name. You can specify whatever you want. Okay, so this is the way. So now you can see that our script is this. So now when I will execute this script, okay, so all data will be stored in a CSV file. Okay, so I am going to execute that scripts again. Okay, so as I have not commented the print section, so it has printed all the data, and now you can check that here one CSV will be there. Okay, so this is all about, as I am not saved, that's why CSV is not generated. So I will save this file, I will run it again. Okay, so that is executed, and now you can check here that CSV is generated. So when you open that CSV, you can see that all data is there. Okay, so this is title, this is company, this is location, and this is a link where you need to apply. Okay, so you can see that whole data is now in Excel with you. Okay, so this is just a simple example of web scraping. At what level it can be used, it I have already mentioned that I have converted 600 pages static content to dynamic within just an hour. So this is what the web scraping is. This is all about web scraping. It is an amazing thing for a web developer at least. And so for various people use this web scraping for analytical purpose. Okay, so they fetch data from various websites and they want to study that data. And for analytical purpose, they use for their knowledge purpose. And various other issues are there. Various other topics are there for which you need data. Okay, so this is the one way in which you can fetch data from websites. Okay, so there are some websites which allow web scraping and which some does not. So that depends. Okay, you need to check that. Okay, so this is all about web scraping. I hope you guys understand that. If you have any doubt, you can mention that in comment section, and if you like our my video, you can share it, and don't forget to like. Okay, thank you.